Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at we'll look at Bitcoin and we'll have a closer look at Matic, considering Matic's been given the margin trading green light from Binance. So we'll have a look at that and see what we think that might mean and why they've even done it, really, because it seems a little strange. So let's have a look at Bitcoin to start with. So Bitcoin's continuing with its downwards trend, nothing out of the ordinary there. This is what we've been expecting. We've just expected to tail off, and a bit of a dump there. And now we've closed a daily beneath and opened a daily beneath the major support box, which is here. So this, even though it's not doom and gloom right now, we might have another fake out, and we like to try and do that, to be honest with you, when we have a dump. So it wouldn't surprise me if we do have a big run up to around maybe about 10,100, 10,200. But today I would safely say that the overall support, the resistance area, 10,350, which is where we've been rejected from and where we would say that bulls would need to reclaim that area, that is actually at our level of descending trend. So it's getting pretty tense right now. As every day ticks on, it's just one day closer to this big move. Like I say, if we do make a run up to this area and break it, then we might be in some bullish continuation. But the way that it looks to me, it does look definitely bearish. It continues to look bearish, and now that we've closed and opened daily beneath this area, I would expect a bit of a continuation, but not without a bit of a run up, to be honest with you. Another little run to perhaps maybe this 10 simple, maybe 10,100 or so. So that's all I've got to say on Bitcoin. It's the same old story. But Matic has got a different story today. So today Binance launched Matic on its margin trading, and you can do margin trading with Bitcoin and Tether with Matic, which is great. Obviously it's great for those who want to use margin trading. It's not for the faint-hearted, it's not for the new traders at all. It's very risky business. So even myself, that does do a little bit of margin trading, I'm not interested in doing it with Matic, because Matic's too volatile. It makes the moves are too big, and also it's such a young coin that it's very difficult to track and trace exactly where it's going. I know that on this channel we try to do that, and with limited success. But when a coin is literally less than a year old, it's not had an opportunity to have any real cycle. It's basically making new tracks with every day that it makes. You can't really, with any degree of certainty, say where it's actually going to go up or down. You can only have sort of very short-term, small targets, like what you would do normally for small-term targets, like support and resistances. But it's not a coin that I would be interested in doing margin trading with, and I love Matic, right? Let's face it, I've been talking about Matic now for months and months. I prefer to accumulate Matic, and I'm certainly not interested in doing the margin trading on it. But the very concept that they've actually decided to add it as a margin tradable asset is kind of strange, but it's also quite encouraging. But don't let that fool you. There could be another reason behind it. I mean, if we were to do margin trading from here, you could have shorted it all the way down, and that would have been a great place to short. And even at this area here and this area here, we've had huge consolidations which you could have just made some great money on. So margin trading gives you that opportunity to make money on a coin that isn't going up. So there is that, but it does increase the volume, and it increases the volume quite a lot. Because a lot of the time when you look at volume on things like this, we look at the volume here on Bitcoin as circulated supply. You look at the market cap. Now, a lot of that market cap, a lot of this volume isn't real money. This is leveraged money. It's not actual people's Bitcoins. There'll be quite a lot of money involved in that, which will be people holding Bitcoins, clearly. But there will also be a lot of that which is just leveraged positions. So if I take out a contract on Bitcoin, let's say I have $1,000 of Bitcoin, I leverage it by a 2x. That's 2,000. I've now doubled my margin account just by borrowing an extra 1,000 on top of the 1,000 I've got. So essentially doubling my asset holdings. my equity, will stay the same, but my market cap for Bitcoin will have doubled, because it's doubled due to that 2x. Now, if I do that by 5x, or 6, or 10, or 100, you'll probably agree with me that a lot of this market cap or a lot of these coins aren't real. They're leveraged positions. But when we look at all of these coins here, we have a look at the ones that we see are on, and when we have a look at the margin pairs that we've got here, we see most of these coins are definitely within the, you'd say they're probably all maybe you could correct me if I'm wrong, but I'd say they're all within the top 30 coins on market cap. So it's a little strange to me that Matic is going to be added and it's actually 115th on the list. Now, does that mean that we're expecting things to go up or things to go down, or that Matic's got friends in high places, which we know that they do? We're expecting a Coinbase announcement, which will certainly pump the price of it and make it more accessible to people in the US who have recently not been able to trade this or get their hands on Matic. We've also got things like the beta mainnet due to launch. So there's a lot of good things happening with Matic, that this margin trading has kind of come in at a good time. But like I say, bear in mind, when you're margin trading, you can make money from it going up and from it going down. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they've applied this margin account for Matic to make money because they expect it to go up. They could be expecting exactly the opposite. So it's a tricky one. But like I say, I'm not going to get involved with it. It's too volatile for me. It's too hard to predict. If I do margin trading, I do it on some of the stronger alts. And Bitcoin, obviously, because Bitcoin is very tradable, because it's had a nice long cycle. I wouldn't say it's predictable, but it's much more predictable than something like Matic, which has not been around for very long. But good luck to you, Matic. I love this coin. I accumulate this coin, so more power to you. Anyway, I'll leave it with you there. Thanks for watching, and I'll make some videos later. We'll see how we can analyse some of these charts like Matic and some of the other alts. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take it easy.